way of the journey of being who you truly are. So begin to breathe and relax into this idea that there's nothing more important than the now moment, because it is the now moment and in the now moment that you will discover by your interactions with what's happening at that moment who you truly are. And that's the most important thing you can do, to really allow yourself to move through your journey, to be your journey, and know yourself more deeply, more fully, more truly, and feel the fulfillment of the reflection of all that is and all the potential within you that will unfold, yes, over time, because that's the focus you have, but you will feel the fulfillment as you go, that every single moment has been savored to its maximum, so that you know you have left nothing out, left nothing behind, ignored nothing, that you've paid attention to everything that's there, and truly absorbed everything that has been brought to you at that moment. Because there is nothing irrelevant in this moment. There's nothing irrelevant in this moment. And there's nothing irrelevant in this moment. Every single thing is the orchestration you have agreed to participate in. When we take you through the meditation, we will continue the idea of how to breathe in a more relaxed way into every moment, so that you truly begin to experience compassion, things you do prefer, things you don't prefer. Have a gift to give, there is someone waiting to receive it, or you wouldn't be excited about giving it, because that would be pointless. So that means the longer you take, not blaming you, it's not a negative, just explaining to you the idea. The longer you take to give those gifts, the longer you make someone waiting to receive them wait. You understand?
Yes, that's not, I won't make them wait anymore.
All right.
But my question for that was actually, like, how do I reach, like, people with my information? How can I go about helping them change their lives, like, with these things?
No. You go about sharing the information in whatever way you can, putting it out there in whatever way is correct for you. What they choose to do or not do with it is none of your business, because you don't know how it will affect them. You don't know what they do and don't need to get from you. They will decide whether or not to change their lives. That's not your decision to make. All you can do is provide them the option to change their lives, the opportunity to change their lives in ways that might be more beneficial for them. You have absolutely no business assuming that they have to pay attention to you. You will reach the audience you need to reach. You will not reach the audience you don't need to reach. So why worry about it? Just be yourself, and know for a fact that whether you ever know how you're doing it, someone is benefiting from what it is you gave. You may never know who is benefiting or how they're benefiting, but you will be giving them the option instead of depriving them of the option. And just keep doing what you do, knowing that you're benefiting someone. That's all you need to know. Whatever someone does with it is not your business.
I understand. So much after that. So much shadow work I probably need to do with this too.
And that's fine, because that's the point also of your journey, is to know yourself. So when you dig down and find out what belief systems don't work for you. Remember, there's no absolute right or wrong way. You're an infinite, eternal being. There's no hurry. Just do what it is that seems correct for you at the moment. Learn from whatever happens from the result of those actions or choices, and then decide again whether you want to continue in the same direction, or whether you want to change the belief about something. It's up to you. This is the greatest power you all have, the freedom to choose. There's no contradiction coming from creation itself. The idea is that you are given that free will to make a choice, so that you can be the unique individual that you really actually are, as a reflection of the infinite of all that is.
Yes, I feel it. I feel like that's been a really big lesson in my life, to be honest. Thank you so much for your time.
You are welcome. Good day.
Likewise.
Hi there.
Good day.
So nice to speak with you today, Bashar. What are kachinas?
Kachinas are an expression of an interdimensional type or expression of consciousness that, from our perspective, you could say inhabits the borders between different dimensions, which is its own dimension. But they are the in-between. They are a different type of consciousness. American Indians dealt with them primarily in a variety of ways. They are representative of understanding the structure of your reality as it interfaces with other reality. Since they are the in-between expression of consciousness, they are the interface between one reality and another. But that is its own reality.
I see. in January, you had recommended also working with them. They were coming around, and I had been getting curious, and I was like, what, looking them up. And so they were asking me if I was going into nature space soon, and I am, where I do tend to get Native American spirits, and I get like initiations and transmissions from them.
Yes, so, now they are also more than there may be resistance there that is beyond the natural way in which you need to express yourself, because you're doing more but getting less, because you're not being efficient with the energy. So it's not that you actually are really doing less physiologically, but you're doing it in a way, although you might be, but you're doing it in a way that feels like you're not really doing anything, and yet you are doing more, because you're using the energy more efficiently. You're being more aware of the greater reflection that even the tiniest change will make in the experience of your life. That's what we mean by doing less and getting more, is you're becoming more of yourself, which reveals more of yourself, but the way you become more of yourself is not by struggling, it's not by resisting. In a sense, it's by surrendering to who you truly are. And that, in a sense, translates as doing less. It doesn't mean you actually just sit and do nothing.
Yes, okay.
Also, historically, many of you connect to the idea, especially in what you call your United States area or North American continent, Central American. Yes, there are others that can be included in that formula, in that equation, in that mix, and that then depends on the specific individuals, the specific teams, specific connections beyond the general ones that are germane and relevant for them in this particular lifetime. Yeah.
Where is the link between Abraham and myself?
We're not exactly sure how to answer that. It's an extremely generalized question, and to some degree is an offshoot of what we just explained. You make your links according to the vibrations that you need, and you set up those links between different entities for yourself as you need to create them. So whether or not I myself need to have a link to Ra, per se, in my own journey of life, doesn't really make a difference if you need me to have a link between myself and Ra for your journey. Because we're interacting with your entire collective consciousness, all the archetypal levels that represent your world and your collective consciousness and collective unconsciousness, and therefore we know that whatever it is we represent to you, for whatever reasons you are creating a connection with us, will also entail the possibility of very specifically designed or customized. Your father is doing fine. There's no such thing as an actual genetic timeline per se, because again, remember that as you change, you're a different person with a different history.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah. What if my friend came off with his spirit right now?
A reality to help them understand how to alter their frequency to be a little bit more spirit-like so that you can meet in the middle.
Thank you. I'm really grateful for your civilization existence, and my statement is that I feel a world I'm going to be able to live in, which I already am, that is beyond my wildest dreams in service of others.
All right, well, thank you very much. Our deep appreciation to you as well for the co-creation and willingness to be yourself.
Thank you, Bashar.
Well, good day.
Hi, Bashar. This is Timo from Estonia. A question about energy readings. How is it possible that you sense someone's energy who you barely know and channel completely detailed information about their personal life? Please describe the process and
You have to know them on a personal level to be able to read the language of the energy that we perceive when the interaction takes place. There are literally patterns of energy that we perceive that are made out of. And sort of similar to the idea of someone who's sensitive to reading like tarot cards or something else, certain patterns stand out in terms of their color, their shape, whether they're in the beginning or the front or the back, in certain ways that actually is representative of an energy language. It's the energy language of the personality that we're actually perceiving in the song. So the different symbols that we see, that we perceive in that exchange tells us what we need to know and what we need to say. Will respond to the energy of the song. And therefore it's representing a different aspect of the personality, different aspect of the journey, different aspect of the experiences, all are translated into symbols
can we change this for ourselves and do we experience it already? Thank you. I love you. Adeo. See you. Hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
By following the formula. And remember, as you act on your passion, the very first step of the formula, design a major solution to that would happen, you act on your passion. Start being more capable on a higher level of translate that energy form. So whatever we approach to do, but that's the first step. You have to raise the frequency. This is why you follow the act on your passion, because that's what automatically happens to you. The more you do that, the more you will start having more senses to this kind of energy, and the more you will start learning how to reach those other levels of thinking.
Experience hundreds of times in her life, like dreams, and also asking many times how to study. So I would like to know just that you just really how many times I've seen this movie.
Your body is no longer moving the same way it's moving, and so that means you're experiencing a kind of freezing or mobilization of the physical form, while the idea of the energy component, the consciousness component, goes on or expands beyond the idea of the physical form. However, it also means something that happens when you are simply by the power of the energy that you are doing, into a slightly altered reality in order to experience certain encounters. Because again, it's similar to the idea of physical vibration from what you typically refer to as physical reality to perhaps another variation of it. And so, therefore, in being shifted, you are also being immobilized to make sure that you're shifted to the reality that is preferred, so you don't go shooting off into the cosmos. And also because, again, the immobilization may be necessary or simply a side effect or a result of the fact that you think you're trying to move in the same reality, but because you're not in the same reality, you have to learn to move differently, and therefore feel that effect of not being able to move in your typical reality as a plurality. The flying can be representative of the fact that you are now moving through an astral realm or out of body, as you say. It can also be representative of some encounters with the idea of being on a spaceship. But again, it will what it is they are excited and passionate about in life. You can use your creativity and imagination as the teacher, the parent, and the guide to adapt whatever lessons you believe are necessary for them in life